So Holly, what can you tell me about the career development plan? How does that fit into the performance management cycle?
Well, it is not rated, but it is a plan that can help an individual really look at their career. And the university encourages kind of 3 levels of career development. The first is to enrich your career, which is basically keeping your skills up to date. The second one is progression, which basically is developing new skills so that you can kind of move up the ladder within your department. And the third one is the transition, and that's where you look at your skills and you see where they could transfer to other what we call career clusters, which are, we have about 16 clusters here at the university and about 75 different career paths. So that's one other thing we always encourage.
Okay. So I'm thinking of different ways an employee might develop themselves, whether they want to enrich their current job or prepare for something else. And I'm thinking there's got to be a lot of resources out there, classes and online endeavors and going to a community college perhaps, taking a course there.
Right, and we always encourage, being creative about learning, because we think of learning as just a classroom, or we have wonderful online classes also, about 3,000 online classes, and these are wonderful to take advantage of. But an individual might want to be creative and think about, oh, let me go visit another department and learn what their best practices are, so I can learn that and bring it back to my department. Or they say, I've always thought I'd like to teach group. So maybe I could go to my supervisor and say, could I teach like a 1-hour session and kind of develop some teaching and facilitation skills? So really being creative and maybe taking a little risk to further develop their career.
That's interesting, because I would think that if I wanted to develop, particularly in a different area, maybe I'd consider job shadowing.
That's a wonderful idea also. If I have someone that's thinking, oh, I'd really like to look at that career, I always encourage them to do what's called informational interviewing, meeting with someone in that field and asking them about the field and how they got into it and what they like about it or don't like about it. Or I might actually say, see if you can observe them for half a day, just like be a fly on the wall, watch what they're doing and see, is this what I would want to move into? So these are also wonderful techniques.
And a supervisor could support those, and that could be part of what the employee comes up with as developmental activities that they commit to and with their supervisor and input into lead at.
Right, and oftentimes the supervisor can help make that happen, because the bottom line is we want employees at UVA to be engaged.
Right.
And this is one avenue for making that happen.
Sure, and it could really make employees stretch too, and ultimately discover talents they didn't know they had.
Exactly.
Very good, thank you.